Hey, how's it going, everybody? How is everybody's weekend going? Hope, went rather. So used to doing this on Mondays. How was everyone's weekend? Hope you all had some fun. I had a wonderful weekend. This past few days have been absolutely amazing. So yeah. Hope you guys all had good weekends. Apologies for not streaming yesterday. Yesterday we had a visitor, Jason, of course from LDO, stopped by the studio. If you haven't seen on our Twitters, we just tweeted that out. That Jason was here, came to see the Hitchiker here, and yeah, no, it was pretty fun, pretty cool. Always good to see Jason. Jason's cool. I can't say this enough, that this entire project would not have been possible without LDO. So it's always nice to see him, especially when we get to meet up outside of the big events. Because during like East Coast rap, Rocky Mountain, it's always just chaotic. So it's always really nice to be able to just sit down with Jason and just shoot the shit with whatever it is. Now, of course, we did talk Positron. That's no secret. But no, I mean, it was just nice hanging out with him. He's having a little vacation up here in Philly, and he's currently at the Phillies game right now. So he's rooting for the wrong team though. He's rooting for the Yankees, or at least his kids are. Come to my city, come to my house. Going Yankees? Nah. We're Philly folk here. No, but it was good. Today he actually stopped by Coca Press, and they met up as well. So it's just good to see him. So okay, what has happened? So we've had a lot of things happen between the previous stream and this one. So of note, we had a failure, actually. So we had a part failure. I think I threw out the part. Is it still in here? I don't want to be digging through trash. Might still be in here, but we had a part failure. So I was just doing some test prints on this, just off camera, and let me give you guys a live top here real quick so I can zoom in. So this piece right here, this is for the motor mount. Now, what happened was, oh, actually, this is the broken one right here that I'm holding. Wow, okay. See that? That's broken. That's very broken. So this part had failed inside of this printer, and was causing some problems. In fact, what had happened was the idler in here also became loose and just started spinning. So the Z-axis was completely not working. Or it was working, but like it would have a deviance of almost a whole centimeter. And that was not good. So had to crack her open to fix that. I decided to do it off stream because it's one of those things that's just a real pain in the butt. And I didn't think I'd be streaming yesterday because, I was hanging out with Jason. But so we cracked it open, we had a look, and figured out the problem. And then during all that troubleshooting, I broke my end stop. So the Z end stop that I have. Where did I put my water? Oh, my water's all the way over there. Darn. When I go take a bio break, I'm gonna have to go get my water. So, as you all are aware, normal end stops look like this. That little lever, so that, it triggers the end stop. Simple, yeah? Where is it? I literally have another one that, like, I broke for this testing. And I put it around here somewhere. but I guess I did something with it. Oh, it's not a Nomad stream unless he straight up misplaces a thing. That's the hallmark of these streams, isn't it? Hello, honey bunny. Welcome to the chat. Oh, there it is. Okay, so tell me the difference between these two little metal things, eh? Yeah, one of them has a lever, one of them doesn't. So right now, mine looks like the one without. That's fun. So this actually gave me. Thank you, Tordragon, for following. Oh, I know exactly who that is. So we went ahead and experimented with how the whole z-axis works now. So originally, let me grab the rail. Let me actually turn off the printer and remove the bed so I don't actually drop something conductive on this, because if you put something metal on that surface, you're gonna break it. So here's your rail. This is the rail for the y-axis, but for all intents and purposes, this will serve for visual aid. So beforehand, with the working switch, this lever here would interact right here, so that would click in whenever this passed by it. But since mine was broken, it would pass by it but would never click in. So what I went ahead and did was I spent 4 hours designing this little part right here. Now what this is, it's just a little shim. So it adds just a little bit of width to the rail here, so that this whole thing can still slide. And more importantly, if there's an end stop, it clicks it. Now, this is actually considered to be more accurate overall. Thank you, Jamboy, for the follow. Again, someone who I know a little too well. So the whole idea is that we actually remove the lever, because the lever can actually add inconsistencies into the whole motion system. So by going to a more static system, we're able to get more reliable homing sequences. So it's installed right here, and you cannot tell, like, at all. It's there, but you can't tell it, because I made it with a build the motor housing. So this is actually just a reprinted part. So let's go back to this real quick. So a lot of people have had issues with getting the bearing in this little hole right here. Let me move this so it's a little bit more comfortable for me to hold. So some people have had issues getting the bearing into that little circular hole right there. So what I did was I literally took a soldering iron and I just pressed the bearing in. I don't think you're supposed to do that, but it got the bearing in and it moved perfectly fine. And it worked great. So, hey, if it works, why complain? You know? So this definitely gave me some insight on exactly what we're going to do with the next build and how we're going to approach some challenges. Because I really want to make sure that the printers I'm building are the best version of them. Now, something I want to just field real quick. So I've been building these for a while now, and we've had a lot of people. Oh, Jamboy, thank you for thanks for the subscription. Do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Remember, if you have Amazon Prime and you link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, you can subscribe for free, and that helps the stream. That helps me continue doing what I love, and obviously making more content for you guys. All right, so let's see. Yeah, so what we're going to be doing is today we're going to be testing some print profiles and just double checking, making sure that this is as best as it can be. So we're just going to be printing for the most part today, just hanging out, printing, kind of stuff. But in terms of what's coming up, we're going to be building another one So if you haven't seen one of these built from scratch yet, there's going to be another one coming. We're going to start on that probably Friday, potentially. Actually, okay, so tomorrow we're going to finish. Actually, let me swap my camera here. Tomorrow, we are going to finish working on the bamboo. We're going to get that back up and running. We're going to get that back online so that we can get it back on the table behind us. I would very much like to move the Prusa down to the end so that I can have, I can get an enclosure for the Soval. And then I want to put the X1 right here where this one currently is. And hopefully with that, we'll be able to get all the printers back up and running. And hopefully give away that A1 to my friend. So just cleaning things up, getting things a little bit more uniform, etc., etc. So Friday, we'll start building the next Positron as long as we can get the X1 all cleaned up and working again. If we can't get the X1 working again with the new parts that we received, then we're going to do some flashing on it to get it to use X1 Plus. I know that's going to be pretty exciting for some people. So make sure you subscribe for that. Okay, formalities out of the way. Let's get back into this. So let's go ahead and power her back on. So I think what we're going to try today is I want to try a couple challenges. So if you're not familiar with Full Control XYZ, Full Control XYZ is a website that has a bunch of challenge prints, and it uses just raw G code to do a bunch of printing. So we're going to try a few challenge prints from there. Everything is already loaded and should work, so as long as the G code is happy, we should be good. Now, I think Full Control is mostly made for direct drive printers, if this is a Bowden. So we're going to run into some difficulties, but let's try. I was able to print using... my bad, I accidentally just muted myself. I was able to print a sphere here using, or one of the pin challenges with some PLA, but we're going to try it with this PLA Plus and just see how it works. So that's going to be the first thing we do today. Outside of that, this is going to be coming with me on a trip up to Seattle on the 16th. So this is going to be coming with me. So that's going to be fun. And let's just get this all sorted. Let's reset this. There we go. Get you zoomed back in. There we go. All right. And then I guess we could try another wolf here from... we could try another one of these from Maker Viking. Maker Viking designed this. Absolutely lovely print. Came out great in our Unicorn Elixir. But yeah, let's try one of those pin challenges. I already went ahead and did PID tuning on this, so it should heat up properly. I did get a little concerned with the bed. I thought we may have had a bad bed, but we're good, actually. All right, so let's go ahead and try that pin support challenge. If you haven't tried one of these challenges on one of your printers, what are you waiting for? These things are actually really fun to do. I mean, just look at this. So how it's printed is it prints out the small round base, and it slowly just extrudes a pin, and it tries to print the ball at the top. So this is a pretty challenging print to do. If your cooling is not good, you're not going to have a good time. So be wary of that. Oh, hold on. Cancel the print. I totally forgot to home this. That was going to cause an error. The other thing with raw G code on Clipper printers, gotta make sure it has the your macros in there. So we're gonna just tell it to do a firmware restart here. All right, we're gonna home all. Gotta love some Tokyo Machine. Always a fun bop to listen to. All right, now that we're home, let's go ahead and start. So pin support challenge. Let's go. All right, so I have this set to bring the bed up to 60 and the nozzle up to 225. So should be good on PLA Plus. If this isn't going as nicely as we hope, then we'll swap out for some unicorn elixir. I gotta love the Cookie Cat colors. Just, man, I always steal Cookie Cat from their booth. I'll always steal it when we're at shows together because it looks good. I want to build a Cookie Cat printer, but I gotta wait till more units are available from LDO. No, I got filament all over me. Hey, the Supreme Edgelord, thank you for subscribing. That's a great name. All right. So yeah, in terms of content coming up, we got the Bluitron. Bluitron. I need a name for that positron. I like Bluitron, but we'll figure out a better name for it. So we got that coming up, and we got the X1 to fix. We also have an MMU to build. So I think I'm gonna focus on the positron first. So we're gonna build another positron, and then I think we're gonna do an MMU. Or we could do the MMU and then another positron, and then I could probably do some like MMU prints for the positron. That'd be cool. That would be cool. All right, it's doing purge line right now. Is that actually moving the extruder? I do not feel that extruder moving at all. Oh, there we go. Pushing some plastic. Yep. Okay. It's not a lot, but it's enough. Oh, of course, it's literally printing the pin directly underneath that arm. Isn't that great? Let me see if I can possibly get you guys a better view. All right, we're gonna do something little. One sec. I definitely don't like doing this. Oh, okay. Ah. Just hit myself in the head. Well, now my whole setup's less likely to collapse on me. All right, bring you down. Yep, there. Let's rotate this. There we go. That works. Thank you, Fleed, for following. Do appreciate the follow. All right, let's fix the hello from New Jersey. Hello, hello, fellow Jerseyans. All right, let's fix the focus here because this is I have it set to be focused for my workbench, not for this. Autofocus, there we go. Okay. Autofocus the rescue. Try and get better light on there. Let's also bring that light down at the same time. Just so it's not blowing up my face. There we go. And then... Yep. Edgelord, thank you for following on Twitch as well. Do appreciate that. Alright, so we're about to start actually making the pin. Let's see if this does well. Not super stoked about its performance on the stem there. So I'm a little worried about how this is about to perform. So far, so good. Watch, this proves me wrong, and it does like a perfect pin. So far, so good. And of course, this is a very difficult. Hello, Tor. Welcome. This is a very difficult. Oh, and we're already failing. All right. Come on, focus. Focus does not like to work on glass too well. So let's try and get this manually focused here. Oh, God, no. Right there. Yeah, we're found. Okay, we're gonna cancel this. Yeah, so it did. Ooh, yeah, there's some under extrusion in that. That does not look too hot. All right, well, we'll try another real quick. Again, these are like extreme challenges, so this is not something that obviously you print normally or you do normally. This is just, hey, let's torture this printer and see what happens. Always fun to do, although always completely unnecessary. So has anyone seen the Deadpool movie yet? If you have, no spoilers, please. I'm hoping to go see it this weekend. I need to actually go buy those tickets. And it is dragging some snot across the bed. So this is the overhang challenge. So this is going to be a fun one, considering, you know, positron, upside down, overhang stuff. But does not seem to be extruding. Again, this is one of those things where it's like, this is very clearly designed for a direct drive extruder. It's pushing plastic. That's just not sticking. Okay. Well, let's actually try something made for this printer profile, shall we? So Zombie sent me over his printer profile, and I definitely want to give that a try. But for whatever reason, my Bamboo Studio does not like importing his profile. So we will we'll give that a try. Oh, my tools are breaking here. All right, let's try that cube. Okay. May need to move you guys to see the center better. I think that's good. We'll see in a moment. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll work on the X1, and if you haven't heard about that wild ride of a story, let me tell you. So I talked to Jason yesterday, actually, about this. So let me catch you all up to speed for those who may not know. So Bamboo, I have an X1C. Love it. It's a great printer. Absolutely phenomenal printer. No significant complaints. Oh, that's too high. Oh, I guess I'll just kind of... Oh, let me... What? My front camera is just acting weird. Sorry, guys. So, no major complaints. But what happened... There we go. So what happened is... the you guys see that? No, you cannot. Okay, let's just adjust this. There we go. Perfect. We got to tighten this a little bit. There we go. It's much better. Perfect. Okay. Okay. So the X1 has some fragile cables, and it can break very easily when you're doing a nozzle swap, especially if you do it wrong. I broke one of the cables, so that's fine. It was a $10 part. I ordered the $10 part to replace it, to fix it, and it came in. I replaced it. We did that on stream, and well, then it was not compatible with the main board of the extruder assembly. So okay, I had to then buy a new main board, which was $50 additional. Then did that on stream, got it all set up, and then it was reading the temperature, it was reading the thermistor, the hot end, etc. And then it told me that it was incompatible. It would not heat up. It wouldn't do anything. It wouldn't work. The printer literally wouldn't let me use it, even though it was functional. The whole problem was that the LiDAR sensor, this thing, is not compatible. Or at least the revision I have. That's another $60. So just because this one $10 part, I had to spend almost $120 just to fix my printer. It's frustrating, but this should be the last piece of everything. Wow, that is beefy in comparison to what I have. Okay, that certainly is different. Here, just yeah, that is definitely a new revision of the LiDAR sensor. Mine is much slimmer than that. I have an early revision Bamboo, which is why I ran into all these problems. If you have a newer Bamboo, you probably won't run into these problems, but just look at your boards before you dive into anything. So anyway, as a result of that, my X1's been down for a while. So we'll work on that tomorrow, get that up and running, and then we'll start printing the parts for the MMU. And then while the parts are printing for the MMU, we'll start working on Positron. But so what I talked to Jason about yesterday was I told him the story of the X1, and we're kind of making a pledge to do our best to make sure that doesn't happen. So that if we make a revision, we're going to make it as backwards compatible as possible. And if it's not backwards compatible, we're going to let people know and make sure that it's well communicated that it's not backwards compatible. So right now, any mods that we do, it's going to be backwards compatible. So yeah. Hello, Tin Talon. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing, Talon? With your hyphen? No, that's not hyphen. That's a I forget what the half circle thing is. Punctuation. That's not something I did very well in school. So, if you guys have been watching and you guys have been interested in getting a Positron, KB3D is running a special deal right now. So if you've been waiting on a sale for the Positron to grab a Positron, right now is the time to do it. Because if you go to KB3D right now, during the stream only during the stream, go to KB3D and use code NOMAD50, you will get $50 off on your Positron order. I believe that's one use per customer, but give it a try. You know, if 700 is a lot, I get it. You know, money's tight nowadays. But yeah, if you've been looking for a decent discount, that $50 discount is awesome. Give it a try. That discount is valid every time I go to live stream. So, or specifically when I live stream Positron. So if I'm building a Positron, working on a Positron, that code would be valid. So go ahead and use that at KB3D and get yourself a kit. We've had so much great feedback on this kit. People had so much fun building this. and it's been such a pleasure working with LDO. So we encourage this. If you don't know if the Positron's for you, that's fine. It's just a printer. If you want a small format printer, this can work for you, especially if, you know, maybe you're considering a Prusa Mini. Prusa Mini is a little expensive. I think it's actually more expensive than this. But there's a lot of things Prusa Mini doesn't have. This, we had to make compromises, like there's no filament runout sensor. But that's the beauty of an open source platform. You can easily add. We have the pins for it on the motherboard. So if you want to participate in the community and mod some stuff, feel free. It's been really fun. Anyone else working on any projects this week or weekend? Anything fun and interesting? Don't all talk at once. Alright, so here are a couple cubes that we did with our bad z-axis. So again, this is in that uniform elixir. These came out nicely. But you can tell there's a little bit of artifacting. I think the other thing we'll do today is we will get Input Shaper working on this, because I haven't done that yet. So we'll do Input Shaper on this and get that up and running. That should get rid of a decent amount of the ghosting that appears on the printer. To Shell, thank you for the follow. Do appreciate it. So, outside of Positron stuff, what do you guys want to see? I got a bunch of projects I want to work on. So the next thing, after I do the MMU, after I do the X1 and the next Positron, I have a baby belt. Now, I only had this baby belt for 2 months. So I got a baby belt from... So what slicer do you recommend? Oh, Orca. Orca slicer. Hands down. I'll get to that a little bit more into that in a moment. But I have a Baby Belt Pro that Rob dropped off with me, and absolutely can't wait to mess around with that. So we're going to probably be building our own Baby Belt Pro and experimenting with different kinematics and whatnot. So stay tuned for that. In terms of slicers, I recommend Orca is my favorite. So I really got heavy into 3D printing with Bamboo Slicer, and there's a lot of quality of life improvements that Bamboo added to Bamboo Slicer. Soft Fever took Bamboo Slicer and improved upon it significantly and added a bunch of new stuff to it. So Orca Slicer is what we use for Positron, and it's just the best of everything. It takes the best stuff from Prusa Slicer, the best stuff from Bamboo Slicer, and every other branch of Super Slicer, and it just makes it better. Soft Fever really does an amazing job with that program. So that's what I personally recommend. It's really intuitive, really easy to use. In fact, I taught my mom how to use it for when she needed to print out some letters for signs. And now, my mom is brilliant. She's able to pick up on complicated workflows really easily. But she was able to teach herself how to use the Bamboo Slicer, which was awesome. I was really proud to see that. So, yeah, Orca Slicer is just good. Right now, I'm using both Orca Slicer and Prusa Slicer. Prusa Slicer, if you have a Prusa printer, Prusa Slicer is going to be a better experience for your Prusa printers because it has native support for Prusa Connect, which is Prusa's cloud printing thing. So, and of course the Prusa XL. So I mean, I have the XL right here. So, Prusa Slicer is the best thing for that. Are profiles available for the Positron? Absolutely. The latest version of Orca Slicer has profiles available for the Positron, and they work pretty well. We're still working on tuning them. One of the things I hope to do today is actually test a profile from Zombie Hedgehog. Zombie is part of our team, and he's helping with a build guide, a video build guide, as well as helping us tune the printer itself. So I'm going to be testing that out here in a bit. And then we're working on tuning the firmware still. This is running my own custom blend right now, and I am very happy with the current the current what's it called? The current performance. So that's the fun thing about these platforms. You can experiment with them, and it's kind of difficult to break them, especially the Positron. We Joe on our team, he's been pushing this thing to do, I think he got a 10-minute benchy. It's like absolutely insane what Joe is able to do on this thing. Love it. Absolutely love it. Mind you, what he does, you need to like Loctite all your screws, and you need to tighten them down almost to the point where the idlers aren't moving on their own, like just barely moving. And then you're able to print at 30K acceleration. But yeah, it's insane. Like, I mean, for this print, it takes about 30 minutes to print the cube. This actually is a test cube by Joe. So the same guy that does the 30K acceleration. I love this. So obviously it prints like this. You can see I did not have a good first layer, so it's just infill here. But it prints like this, so the X and the Y both print in the correct orientation. It's brilliant. We got a 45-degree overhang test here. We got a little bit of a text test here. DPOP, don't print on planes. And then this, since it prints upside down, this is a massive overhang test. You can actually look through this window here. And I can't really get the light in there at this angle, but then you can see how well that their overhangs are tuned. You know, it is... the biggest question we get with Positron is how does it do overhangs? And the answer right now is no different than any other printer. But I think with further experimentation, we may be able to find some form of advantage. I don't know. The primary reason we went upside down is so that we could make it foldable. We're still discovering the benefits of that. And it's fun. But in terms of the design, this is pretty much it for the Positron. Or not the Positron, but for the Hitchiker here. So we went with these neon orange and burnt titanium. The next one we're going to do high five blue and burnt titanium. I cannot wait to see what those colors look together. But now that this is done, there it is. I'm not going to zoom out too far, but let's zoom out just a little bit here. And let's bring down the shop lights here. It's not working too well, but you can see how the neon is reflecting back really strong. Absolutely love how nice that looks. Actually, the camera's picking it up really good currently. So yeah, it has that nice neon look to it. Oop, sorry, I just dropped something. What exactly am I watching? You are watching the Positron. We're just doing some testing here. We're working on the software aspect of things. So after this, we're going to do input shaping. And so it's going to vibrate like a crazy thing. And then we are going to do another cube. You know, the fun stuff of printing. All the stuff you do post-build. But yeah, if you haven't seen this before, this is the Positron. It is a printer that me and my team designed, and we are currently selling with LDO. It's great. It's awesome. All right, yeah. So this looks like it's going really well with the PLA Plus. So we're gonna swap out for the Unicorn Elixir. I love Unicorn Elixir. So let me grab that spool real quick. Where did I put it? Put it around here somewhere. Well, we'll print with it if I can find. Oh, there it is. Yeah, huge shout out to Nathan from Cookie Cab. This stuff is just beautiful. They gave this to us at Open Source, and I've just been printing with it ever since. So is it like printing from the bottom? What is the perspective? Yeah, no, this is my hand. This is down. Yeah, it's printing upside down. Where can I find more information? Curious to know how it works. So you can go to positron3d.com. That is our website. If you are interested in getting a kit, we actually have a deal going on right now during our Positron streams, where if you go to KB3D, which is one of our retailers, KB3D is doing $50 off a Positron kit if you use the code NOMAD50. So that is NOMAD50. Hello, Medic. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Always a pleasure to have you. But yeah, so if you have any questions about the Positron, let me know, because I am the project manager. Like, I've been working on this for the past 2 years. It has been an absolute passion project of mine, and to see it kind of grow into what it is now has just been an absolute wild ride. It has been one of the most fulfilling things I've done in so long. There's also some videos on the Positron. Look up ones by Steve Builds, by Nero, by Zombie Hedgehog. Zombie's his videos are on his Twitch VODs. He's going to be posting videos about it later. And Nero is posting a video on Thursday. If you subscribe to Nero and you become a member of his channel, you will get early access to that video on Wednesday, or tomorrow, actually. He recently took the Positron out camping and brought it on vacation with him, and goes over the pros and cons of this kind of design. You know, I agree with everything he said. You know, no complaints, or no complaints from my team. He brought up a lot of good points, and we are taking notes and improving the Positron. So how does it print upside down like that? And does it have any advantages compared to other printers? I just came across your FL Sun short 30 seconds ago. Wouldn't have expected this. It's really impressive. Oh man, the FL Sun stuff, that is old. Yeah, I used to do a lot of shorts content, but I kind of just fell off the bandwagon on that. Anyway, so advantages to printing upside down. You can fold the whole printer down. So now that my here, let me swap my front cam here for a second. So what's really funny is I have a Positron over there holding up this entire camera rig. But thankfully, because I have it really low right now, the center of gravity is also low. So I can show you guys my Positron. Also, if you are in the Philadelphia area, the Makerspace Hive 76 is doing a 3D print meetup on August 11th. Please sign up and come join. If you look it up on Eventbrite, it says that it's sold out. It's free. and all the tickets were taken by spam bot. So we got space. Come visit us at Hive 76. We'd love to have you. Hey, Tech Jeeper, welcome to the stream. So this is my personal positron, and you can see the whole thing just folds up. It's small, it's compact, and it's awesome. The whole idea is that this fits inside a filament box, but it comes with a Pelican case so that you can safely transport it. So yeah, this is my positron. It glows in the dark. That's the cool part about this one. And if you plan on going to East Coast Rep Rap, I'm going to be there. With this, and I won't have this one. I won't have the one that's currently printing. Because that is going to our friends at Ollie 3D for some cooling performance enhancements. And but I will have this one, and we're going to also have the printer from Joe Kalon. His printer is the insane one you probably have seen on Twitter that is printing at 30K accelerations. Because he is an absolute mad lad. Whoops. Knocked over a little wolf friend. Sweet. What's the build volume? It is 180 by 180 by 165. You can get a little bit more than 165 on Z. But we limit it just so you don't crash anything. Oh, totally forgot to take out my nice cutters. I've been like needing a reason to take this and pick it up so that I can get my nice pliers out, but my camera here has been, like, you can see it's wobbling so much right now. Because, again, I've been using that case and the Positron to hold up my camera setup. But yeah. This is looking good. Let's go ahead and pull up a slicer. Or, I think it's .39. Let's see. 192.168.0.39. Don't dox me. That is my XL. Is it 9.3? Oh, look at that. It's 9.3. Okay. So let's pull up terminal. And we are going to SSH pi at 2168.0.93. Yes, raspberry. I'm going to be changing the password on this, but if... Oh, I totally just cut the music, didn't I? Yes, I did. Because I'm a dum-dum. Whoopsie doodle. Let's go explore moods, and we're going to go back to good vibes. Those good vibes are always good tunes. There we go. Music's back. Hopefully it's not too loud. Okay. Let's pull up the Positron wiki here. There we go. All right. Did I put... Let's see. All right, perform backup. What about... Okay. Oh, there's input shaper. Cool. So I totally did do this. All right, we're going to wait until it's done to run that. Victor is, of course, watching. So this printer is going to end up going to Victor after it comes on me with a trip. So what we're going to be doing, Victor, just so you are aware, is so what we're going to do is I haven't shipped one of these through UPS yet, at least just in the Pelican case. So I'm going to actually bring this on as a checked bag so we can see how it handles an airport. I think airport baggage is going to kind of prove how well this is handled. I am nervous, but let's be real. If we sent this on UPS or USPS or anything like that, it would be similarly handled. So, at least if I bring it with me on a trip, then I can at least see immediately at the end of that trip what how it fares. So rather than send this to you via UPS right away and it can be completely broken upon arrival, we're at least going to see how it can fare on its own. I think that's fair. Yeah. But we're gonna. He also just he texted me here and he said that we should print the pyramid calibration test. So we'll do that after we get what's it called? I'm drawing blanks on things. After we get input shaper working, we will get that up and running. So this only has about 5 minutes left here. Yeah, right now we're planning on attending East Coast Rep Rap. That's only like an hour away from me. What the temperature range it operates at? That's a great question. I mean, better question. What do you anticipate operating temperature? So, it would be the same as a stock Voron, is what I'm going to say. So it uses parts similar to a Voron, so it should have similar performance to a Voron in ambient temperatures. Anything above 60 ambient is something we're going to say would be of concern. That's when it's going to get pretty toasty, because it uses the bottom of the printer as a giant heatsink. So definitely be careful around anything hotter than 60 ambient, but unless I don't anticipate you're going to run into 60 ambient unless you're going into the middle of the Mojave Desert or something. So you should be fine. At least in theory, you should be fine. I don't really have like a large freezer I can toss this in to see if it will work just fine in the cold. But the bed is heated, so this is actually heated. You can see a red LED back there. Every time that LED is on, the bed is heating. Right now it's at 60 Celsius. It has an operating range from 0 to 80, so you can get this up to 80 degrees Celsius. You can get it hotter, but anything past 100, you risk damaging the bed. People have successfully printed ABS ASA on this, so you know, you can do that, but please, 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 if you're going to print ABS or ASA on this, put tape. Just use like blue painter's tape or something. Just don't print directly onto the glass with ASA specifically, because that will rip chunks out of your bed. It's happened to somebody already. But we're working on a PEI bed. I'm actually going to have a PEI bed here in a few weeks, I think. And that's going to let you more easily do ABS ASA. So, yeah. Tech cheaper. No nano or magic. No, yeah. On this right now, It's a clean bed. There's absolutely nothing on this bed right now. Yeah, you figured the bed would be. Yeah, a lot of people don't think it is. But so what we're using, so we're actually using stuff you find on your phone. Hello, really smudgy phone. So your phone uses an ITO coating to help detect the touch sensitivity of the phone itself. So that's how it tells when you touch the screen. It's capacitive in that regard. So it's a capacitive touch, so that's also means it's resistance. So we're able to use that as a resistor, and thus we're able to heat it up. So this back part of the glass here, the part that I just touched, I wasn't touching. The back here, this is heated by the ITO coating. On the bottom here, there is no coating. It is just bare borosilicate glass. Now, this is lab grade stuff. So, like, one, if you ever break this, be careful, because these will, like, slice your hand if you ever break it. But it is really durable. It is really resilient against heat shock. Don't just pour liquid on this, because it is glass. If you heat this up to like 100°C and you drop water on this, or an isopropyl or something, it could shatter the glass because of thermal shock. But it should be very stable and should be able to withstand plenty of heat cycles without problem. Screens or glass, like what the Bamboo uses, is tempered glass, and because of the way that's created, you've probably heard news stories recently about Bamboo glass just randomly shattering out of nowhere. And yeah, that's going to happen to tempered glass after a ton of heat cycles. But with this, that won't, because this is borosilicate. So it's safe. But again, we're working on a PEI bed, so if you want to be crazier with your materials, that'll be available. The only downside with a PEI bed is, like, you can't see your first layer. That's like a really cool thing about this printer. But it's whatever. There we go. All done. And it just pops off. That looks good. That looks very clean. Let's go ahead and get... I'll leave that there. I can't really... Here, hold on. Yeah, it's a little... People say don't print in white because it shows off all the imperfections. That's kind of why I print in white. But that's good. I like that. That came out great. But you can see... Maybe you can or can't. There's a lot of ringing. Actually, right there, you can kind of see it. Yeah, there you go. There's a lot of ringing on this part, and that should go away with Input Shaper. So let's go ahead and get Input Shaper installed here. Now, what else do I have to do for this? Oh yeah, Shaper Calibrate. All right, we're just waiting for this to install, and then we'll go ahead and... Yes. Yeah, this kit is it's fun. It's a breath of fresh air. It's completely different than what people are used to. People have just been telling us just how much they enjoy how different it is, and that's been awesome to hear. I'm so happy people enjoy the printer being different. And honestly, like, there's so many Voron clones, you know, Mark IV clones, etc. So many bed slingers, so many of the same. So it's really nice to have something different. So it is a breath of fresh air. All right, let's get this Shaper Calibrate going. All right, you ready for the wobble, 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 wobble? I don't know if the camera can even perceive this. I'm 14 days into 3D printing. This is blowing my mind. I've been in 3D printing for about 3.5 years now. Yeah, it's awesome. So if you look up videos on the Positron, you'll find videos from Kraylin. Kraylin is the one who originally made Positron. Me and him worked together after he made the V3 to make Positron 3D, and he had to step away. But yeah, we're very happy with what we've had so far. I was just trying to figure out how to grease my printer and got completely lost down. Oh, I can teach you. Hold on, I can teach you that. So, I have a fancy tool here. This is just a grease gun. So you don't need this. If you get a couple of those tubes of silicone grease, those work just fine. But let me show you what to do. So there are a few different ways you can grease a rail like this. So if you actually notice on this rail here, there's a tiny little hole right in the middle. Let me try and hold that right there. See that right there? If you take this and you just like put it in there and start pumping grease in there, that will go through the bearings. The other way that you can grease this up is hold it upside down like this, put the bearings right over one of these screw holes, stick it in there, and grease her up. And you'll see it come out. So if you can't find that hole, do that, because that'll work just as well. Watch. If this is primed, this should work. Yeah, see? There we go. That just came out the sides just like that. Now it's lube. Now you just take this and rock it back and forth. And there you go. It's greased. And then you'll get one of your holes filled up. That's it. It is that easy. These, you can grab these for like $10. They're kind of a pain in the butt because you need to use like an Allen key to push that in. And well, here, let me show you. Yeah, that can get greasy. Because it's not perfect. But once you prime this, it works pretty great. All the 3D printing YouTubers are getting one of those now, because Alan Mandic is a very good friend of us. He did a video on the Positron, which if you are looking for good content, Mandic Labs and Mandic Really, those are phenomenal YouTube channels, both run by Alan. He used to live here in Philadelphia, but he recently moved, so he's gonna be slow in content for a little bit as he gets settled, but he's awesome. And he showed everybody that tool that I just showed you. And now everyone who builds 3D printers has one of those. It's great. Another thing, if you build printers a lot, get a pine tool for heat set inserts. This thing's like $30. It's great. It's the best soldering iron I could have ever gotten. Be careful not to get grease on your bed surface. Yes, do not get grease on your bed surface. My recommendation, take the bed away when you go to grease your rails and just put it somewhere else. And make sure you go wash your hands with soap and water before you go handle your bed again. For sure, I had bad adhesive problems at first and realized how temperamental they are. Yeah. If you are having problems with things like ASA and ABS, get yourself some Vision Miner. So if you join our Discord, so go to positron3d.com. Our Discord link is there. You can join our Discord, and there is a affiliates page in our Discord where you can get stuff for a little bit cheaper. So you can get a bottle of this stuff. This is what we call liquid gold. This is called Vision Miner. It's nanopolymer. This stuff's great. We use it on the Positron, we use it on my Prusa, we use it on the XL, we use it on everything. And that stuff, like, your prints will not peel off if you treat your bed with it. It is phenomenal. And if you use our affiliate link, you can get 5% off. And that's not expensive either. Like, for that bottle right there, it's like 20-30 bucks. But you can get a sample. You can get a sample bottle for 10 or 5. No, I think it's $5. You can get a sample bottle for $5. And that'll be good for like 100 to 200 prints. So if you want to try Vision Miner, go check our Discord, check our affiliate links, and give it a try. It's awesome. I told Alan about this, and I told him he should get an affiliate link, and the affiliate code should be world's worst vape juice. It looks like vape juice. But trust me, you don't want to vape that stuff. Okay, so we just did our input shaper. I think what we'll do is let's unload. And then let's load up our cookie CAD. And then we'll do part of a calibration cube. We won't do a full calibration cube. But we'll do a part where we can see the ringing and then compare. Can I see? Yeah, I can see the ringing on this filament. So we'll do that. Killer Prince! It is coming to life. That's cool that you have discounts in your Discord. I have to make an account just for that. Yeah, I mean, so our Discord is also just a great place for like help in general. Our community is phenomenal in just assisting with printing. While we are geared towards the Positron, we have general printer troubleshooting. So if you need troubleshooting with like with a bamboo, with an ender, etc., our community will be willing to assist. Yeah, we work with companies like Prusa. Like Prusa actually provided our team the XL and the Mark IV behind me. Very thankful to them for that. So yeah, we're just happy in general. We're happy to help, especially if you're new to printing. If you don't mind me asking, in what general region are you located? I ask this because there's a ton of different what's called rep rap festivals that happen just around the world. Mostly in the United States, but around the world. And those are great places to meet up with people, to see what's new in 3D printing. And if you find a creator that you enjoy, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be there. Like, you're probably familiar with 3D Printing Nerd. He's going to be at East Coast Rep Rap, or 3D Printopia. Oh, you're in the Seattle area. Okay, what's closest to you is like going to be the Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Festival that is in Denver, Colorado. And that's typically in the April area, or in April timeframe. But that's awesome. There's also, which is in SoCal, there's also Open Source, which has a ton of 3D printing stuff. Open Source is expensive, but there's a ton of stuff there too. So there's some options. You know who also is from the Seattle area? Joel, the 3D printing nerd. If you haven't seen his stuff, he is awesome. He's a great creator. I would love to meet him someday. Or, no, what am I saying? I have met him. I would love to go visit his thing, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to when I go up to Seattle. Because we got some business stuff up there in Seattle for other purposes. But I'll be up in Seattle on the 16th. Oh, come on. I gotta design slightly better spool holders. But you probably can find like a Seattle-based maker fair or something like that. I know where I am, there's the Philadelphia Maker Fair, which is... I'm going to be going to the Philadelphia Maker Fair when that comes around. So I'll be there. But yeah, I mean, if you enjoy traveling, in 2 months there is 3D Printopia, aka East Coast Rep Rap. That is in 2 months. Tickets for East Coast Rep Rap are only $10, I think. At least last year was $10. I don't know what the price is right now, but it's cheap. So a bunch of people are flying out for that. I just subscribed. Yours is technically the first 3D printing specific channel. Hey, I appreciate that. You subscribed to the most chaotic channel that you possibly could have in terms of 3D printing. Every time I watch 3D printing content, I get distracted and start printing something myself. That's how the addiction starts. That is how it starts. So we just got what's called the Prusa XL, which is this beautiful machine over here. Here, let me swap the camera real quick. This beautiful machine that you see to my right, that is the Prusa XL. If you do any research on it, it is a 5-tool head printer. This thing's like $5,000. This was provided to us by Prusa, but it can do really cool stuff like this. So what this is, it has a bellows. The blue is PTG, and the gray is TPU, so it compresses. It's a little duster. Now, I'm only able to do this on the Bamboo, or not on the Bamboo, on the Prusa XL, because it's a tool head, or multiple tool head. Prusa is what I show everyone, demonstrate how complicated. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, as I said, so we got the Prusa XL. We also have the Mark IV here in an enclosure. I have an A1 as well back here, and a Soval SV08. I have a FLSun V400. Yes, a V400. I used to have a Super Racer, which is probably how you found me. I don't do that anymore. Deltas aren't my thing anymore. Upside down printers are. And I also have a Voron 2.4 over in the distance over there. I do have a Bamboo X1 that's on the floor behind the camera, and we're gonna be working on that tomorrow. So if you want to see more content, I stream typically Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 7 p.m. to like 10 o'clock, and it's usually just whatever we're working on at the time. Today we're just working on the Positron, but tomorrow we're going to be working on the Bamboo and showing how that maintenance is done. And then we are going to be printing the parts for the multi-material system from Prusa, and then we're going to be building another Positron from scratch. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff going. I've always considered different colors, but never the fact with different tool heads you can print different materials. That opens up a whole new cave. Absolutely. Yeah, this is one of the first prints I did that's like truly multi-material. The other print I did that's multicolor, but also multi-material, because there's some PETG in here, is this. This is our hot end for the Positron. Just scaled up, obviously. You're not pushing plastic through plastic here. But this is the interior design. And yeah, it's a 90-degree hot end. So this is how it prints upside down. Because otherwise, you'd have to have this whole thing sticking up and moving. But with this, it goes like this, saving a ton of space. For anyone wondering, we're going to have this at East Coast Rep Rap / 3D Printopia, so that you can come and check it out and see how it works. We also have one that you can disassemble, which is really cool. So if you want to actually disassemble the hot end assembly, you can with this. Literally, I made the whole thing. Like even the Bowden clip, you can just pop this off. I'm actually going to ask people not to do that because it will break. But you can take off this nozzle. Voila. You can then take off the sock. This is made of TPU, so it's flexible. And then you can take off all of this and just like look at the actual assembly. I'm proud of this. I'm going to be reprinting this soon because I'm not a fan of how this turned out. At least the TPU sock did not turn out that great, because I printed this on my Bamboo, which does not support multi-material. So I wasn't able to use like PLA to support the TPU. So it came out all pot marked. So one downside to the Bamboo printers, they can do multicolor. They cannot do multi-material. You may be able to trick it to let you do PTG and PLA, but it does not like that, and they are not going to enjoy you doing that. Okay, now that we got that, let's go ahead and print another cube. Let's move back to this view here. Oh, I am small. Must move down. Hello. Hi, chat. Oh god, I need another hat for another voice. I've always considered different colors, but never the fact of different tool heads. Oh, is that a tool? No, something weird must have happened there. Oh no, I think something, I don't know, something happened. I saw a chat message and then it went bye-bye. Don't know why. Yeah, if you need spare printer parts, KB3D is a phenomenal place to get printer parts. KB3D has a lot of itemized printer parts, so like if you need just like an end stop, KB3D is a great place for that. Fabrico, or sorry, West3D, we are actually affiliated with West3D. We have an affiliate code, so you can actually get again in our affiliate code section on our Discord. You can go to West3D, and you can get 5% or up to 5% off of any order on the West3D store. So if there's anything that you were interested in on West3D, you could use our affiliate code, and that gives us a small kickback, which helps support the Positron project. And also you get a 5% discount, which is just great. And then if you continue, I think that's one use per customer, but if you then continue to use that affiliate code, we still get a kickback, which still helps us. And if you want to get a Positron shirt like this is our Don't Print on Plane shirt. This is a fun reference to the Twilight Zone. That's also on the Positron website. How are we doing tonight, Joe? Hey, Joe. Joe, who just spoke in our YouTube chat here, is our speed demon. He was the one pushing this thing to 30k XL. That was me. I sent to... oh, okay. Kind of want to upgrade my P1S to print nylon sometime. All I have to do is the hot end and different wire for the bed, right? I don't entirely know what goes into the upgrading a P1S to be able to do nylon. You absolutely need an enclosure, which that's fairly easy to do. It's a P1S. It's going to be easy to enclose. You can actually... oh no, the P1P doesn't come with the enclosure. P1S comes with it. So I think all you have to do is upgrade the bed cable. Now the bed cable is difficult to upgrade. That is a difficult thing to do. Be warned, there's a lot of screws, there's a lot of prying. It's not going to be a fun upgrade. I'm just giving you that warning right now. One of the things with bamboo printers is they are phenomenal printers until you have to repair them. That's how it is. I had a blob of death on my A1, and I had to completely scrap it because it destroyed the entire hot end assembly, and I wasn't going to spend the printer's value in parts to replace the hot end assembly. Luckily, it was still on recall, so I just sent it back to Bamboo. They have to accept it, so it's whatever. But yeah, so if you weren't here earlier for the story on the Bamboo, so I had one part break on my Bamboo, and it was a $10 part, easy to repair, right? I swapped the part, can't plug it in. Cable is completely different. They changed the cable. Okay, I had to spend another $50 to replace the main board on the tool head of the Bamboo. So $60 down the drain in order to fix my printer. And then it told me that the new main board on the extruder was not compatible with the it was just not compatible with the LiDAR sensor anymore. So I had to buy a new LiDAR sensor, which was another $60. So a $10 repair turned into a $120 repair. That's the kind of stuff you should expect with Bamboo. What you think will be a cheap and easy upgrade or repair will likely balloon in cost. Just keep that in mind. Again, Bamboo machines are good. I printed all of my Positron parts on my original Positron on a Bamboo, but they are not easy to repair or upgrade. Yeah, the old walled garden. And that's what Bamboo is. It is the biggest walled garden in 3D printing right now. Because like if you ask Bamboo for a CAD of their printer, they will not give it to you. They'll laugh. If you ask Prusa for CAD of their printer, they'll give it to you. Because Prusa printers are open source. So that you can build upon it. It's great. Yeah, if Apple made a 3D printer, it's very true. It's if Apple and Tesla. Actually, I would say it's more Tesla, because like Tesla allows some minor modifications, like accessories, and the Bamboo allows accessories, but doesn't allow anything past that. So it's more like a Tesla, because like Apple, you can't add a non-certified accessory; they'll yell at you. But yeah, it's not fun. And good luck getting support from Bamboo support. They're just going to tell you to read their wiki. They're not really going to actually provide support. And oh boy, so I was communicating with Bamboo support in regards to the A1 recall, and I asked them, hey, I know I need to send you back this printer. I don't have a box to put this printer in. Can you send me a replacement printer so that I can send this one back to you? And just put a hold on my account. So, you know, very simple. Companies do this all the time. They put like $300 hold on your credit card or something, and then they send you a new one so that if you don't send the other one back, they then keep the money. So, we did this, or I asked for this very simple request. Their response to me was, sure. Can you contact us on TikTok? I was already in their official ticketing system, and the support rep I was talking to wanted me to then contact them on TikTok. What? I work service desk. If I'm in my ticketing system talking to a client, I'm not going to be like, all right, yeah, can you text my personal number so that we can get this fixed? No! I don't know what Bamboo is doing, but they got a lot of work to do. The colloquial idea is that they've grown too quickly, and they're not able to catch up with support demand. Again, they're great printers. Just know what you're getting into with them. As a novice, it seems the aftermarket support is what separates the bad printers from the good, and the good printers from the great. Yeah. And I thought FL Sun was a weird company. Yeah. FL Sun, it's a shame. FL Sun has made phenomenal printers. The FL Sun Super Racer and the V400, phenomenal printers. They were great printers. I still have my V400. I don't use it because I have these, but they are great printers. The S1 and the T1, I've not been hearing great things. It sounds like they rushed that printer. They rushed development on that. Definitely, like, whenever you're thinking of getting a printer, do a Twitter search. And yes, I'm saying Twitter. A lot of the 3D printing community is active on Twitter. And I know Twitter's typically considered a toxic cesspool. It's really not. It really all depends on who you follow. And thankfully, a lot of members in the 3D printing community are not toxic. Most. There are some. I won't call any names out, but there are some. And yeah, we use Twitter as our primary platform for communicating new stuff. Yeah, I bought my bamboo because I had Ender 3 V3, so that gave me nothing but issues. Oh yeah, I had an Ender 3 V2 as my first printer, along with a CR30. Yeah, literally, it's sitting up there. I never touch it. I'm probably gonna give it away at some point. I might give it away at East Coast Rep Rap. So if you want a free printer, come to 3D Printopia. I may be giving away a couple printers. We're gonna definitely be giving away a Positron. So if you wanna get a Positron for free, come to 3D Printopia. You may be able to hop in that giveaway and secure a printer. And got mad at the feedback. Yeah. They FL Sun supposedly, not saying if this is true or not. It looks like they sent bots at people to like try and spin the narrative. Like, what? That's shady. I will say my Super Racer has impressed all my 3D printing friends. It's a great machine. Just wish the company would continue making it great. Yeah. So I'm guessing you found my video looking for upgrades for the FL Sun. I still highly recommend the upgrade that I did to it, especially if you convert your FL Sun, if you convert your Super Racer to Clipper, do that. Convert it to Clipper. That's going to be a great upgrade for you. Then you're going to be able to more easily upgrade it to using a Revo using my mod. Now, if you can get that base plate that I released with my mod, made out of like metal or something, that's gonna be better for you. But you can print it, but try printing it out of ABS ASA. I was printing it out of PETG and that worked fine, but try printing it out something a little bit more sturdy. I had no problems with it when I was running my Super Racer with a Revo, and that was before they came out with High Flow Revo. So now that High Flow Revo exists, that's a great upgrade. Just be prepared for some custom wiring if you do that. I had to make a custom wiring loom, but it was worth it. I loved it. Super easy to do nozzle swaps on Revo. I'll say, yeah, well, I already read that. Yeah, I don't do content on that anymore. I love deltas. Deltas are cool, but I got a bunch of other printers now that can do way more. I was just trying to figure out how to grease it properly. I'm too ignorant to know what upgrades I want first. That's fair. I don't know what upgrades are available for Super Racer nowadays. So all I know is the one I developed. And I bet someone has improved upon my design at this point. At least I hope someone's improved upon my design. It'd be a little sad if that hasn't been developed upon. But who knows? Yeah, I mean, I showed you how to grease rails. Greasing rails is easy. Super easy to do. And if you can't find that, so if you can't find that little port on the side of the carriage, don't freak out. It's fine. You'll notice the groove in the rail. Actually, let me grab that rail again so I can show you. So the way for greasing your rails without disassembling the printer, if you can't find that grease port, what you can do is you can put grease in that groove right there where the actual ball bearings run along. So you just squeeze it into there and then run the carriage over it. That's going to get some grease into the bearings. You're going to want to wipe it up and get as much in there as possible and do that a bunch of times, but that will also grease up your linear rails. It will be pushing a ton of stuff out. So like you're gonna have to do it a lot in order to get it fully greased. But that's gonna be an easier method for you if you don't want to do any disassembly. And if you can't find those little holes. With the V400 though, if it's a new Super Racer, you shouldn't really have to grease it. It should be properly greased already. But yeah, maintenance. Like, my other Positron, it's dry. I'd never greased it. I need to grease it, and I will grease it, but it's dry. It's not that big of a deal. That reminds me, I need to submit something to Fabrico tomorrow, so I'm going to do that tomorrow. Alright, once this cube is done, I think we're going to call it for the night. So far, I'm very happy with how this is performing. Everything is working now. It's great. Manual says every 15 days. Is that... Oh, that is way... Oh, that is overkill. You don't need to grease it every 15 days. Yeah, you don't... Oh, you only have 37... You're fine. You're fine. I've had my bamboo for well over a year, or almost 2 years now. I haven't greased its rails at all. It's perfectly fine. Touch up the grease every few months. Like, you don't need to, like, completely re-grease it. Just touch it up. Make sure the rails aren't totally dirty, and you should be fine. Best filament dryer, or are they all the same? Okay, best filament dryer. So, actually, I do have a recommendation. Ibos. So, Ibos makes 2 types of filament dryers. They make a large one that you can't really stack, but you can kind of keep on... They make 2 types. I'll show you both of them. Or I can't show you one of them because it's all the way up there. But that one's made for like up to 3 kilograms or something. That one's great. I love it. One of mine burnt out, which is weird, so I have to replace it at some point. But those are good. The other ones I have, they're actually on top of my printer right here. About my Mark IV. And they hold 1 spool each. These are great. I love them. There's a little dial on the front that you select what type of material goes in, and it's constantly on. So you can just leave your filament in there pretty much constantly. Polymaker just came out with a great filament dryer as well, which is modular. So like it has a heating base, and then you can pop off the base and swap out the actual like spool container, so that you can use it to dry a bunch of different containers and then just like swap them out. It's awesome. So check out Ibos. I don't have an affiliate link, so just check them out. Check out Ibos, EIBOS, and check out Polymaker. Polymaker also is making a cool dryer as well. And the Polymaker one is pretty customizable. There's a lot of mods out there for it already. I swear I've done 1,000 hours between greasing. Yeah. Greasing's not that important. Like, it is important, don't get me wrong. But you don't gotta do it every 15 days. Jeez, that is overkill. Yeah, with a Delta, you really don't have to worry about play being introduced. Most of your attention's in your belts. And those you don't have to worry about until like you start noticing every single one of your prints is just failing out of nowhere. But specifically like failing in the same exact way, and that would be more of an indication that one of your rails is bad or one of your belts is bad. Because like the way the Delta works is it's moving the head like this. So if you notice like, oh, it's not like going this way that well, then investigate that part. Yeah, a little too worried. It's fine. You're new to printing. You know, it is a journey, and it's a fun journey. I was in high school robotics myself. I jokingly say that I was a theater kid that went to robotics. Because like I love theater stuff. But so I was in robotics in high school. FRC Team 3151. Loved it. Had so much fun. When I left high school, or when I graduated, I kind of was like roaming around trying to find something that kind of sparked that same enjoyment. And I didn't find it until I got back into 3D printing, or I got into 3D printing. It's fun. Oh, I haven't mentioned this for a while, almost an hour. So if you guys are looking to get a Positron, Positron is a fairly easy printer to build. And if you guys want to build one, kits are available for 700. But during this stream and all future Positron streams, you can use the code NOMAD50 at KB3D. So remember, at KB3D store, you can use code NOMAD50 to get $50 off on a Positron. Pretty good deal. And this comes with a bunch of custom machined parts. As you can see, there's a bunch of metal. There's this right here. That's a real carbon fiber. That's not fake. It's real. Full-on real carbon fiber. Comes with a Pelican case. Comes with custom electronics. All metal idlers and pulleys. Comes with everything you need to build a Positron. Batch 2 is currently up for pre-sale. Or pre-order. And we're going to be shipping Batch 2 mid-August. And then hopefully you'll be getting into people's hands around September, October. Depending on where you live in the world. If you live in the US, you're going to get it faster than anywhere else, really. Nathan is messaging me. Nathan, you know I'm streaming. All right. We got another like 20 minutes here on stream. Yeah, this is looking good. I'm a little sad that I'm halfway through my unicorn elixir. The voucher is... Oh, what? I told... Okay, try it tomorrow. Or, at 7 p.m. Eastern. Try it tomorrow. I told Chris I'd be streaming tonight. I guess he forgot to enable it. Sorry about that, guys. Try tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. I will let him know that the voucher is disabled. I think it's also only one use per user. So... Oh, come on, let it be an impulse buy. It's a fun kit. If you've built printers before, this is really fun. I'll make sure it works tomorrow. If this was early in the stream, I would have yelled at him for it not working. But I didn't know. I feel like this is cool enough. You can impulse buy it for at least a week. Oh yeah, totally. Even I impulse bought. So we have to pay at least for the material cost of the printer, even though we're working with LDO to make this, which is fine. That makes sense. It's an expensive printer. Like there's a lot of custom parts. We're not making a lot off this. I won't say exactly how much we're making, but like we are not making a lot off this. We're making very little. And LDO is not making much either. So it's a very worthwhile kit. You're really getting bang for your buck. And then not to mention you get the support of LDO. Literally, if anything breaks on this, like anything breaks, LDO would just send you a new part. It's awesome. As long as it wasn't your fault. You just say, hey, this broke, and they'll be like, oh, here you go. Have it out to you within a week. It's awesome. They're great people. Love them. Yeah. But I as soon as what we called support kits were available, which are kits that our support team can purchase, I jumped on one. I said I want one. And I forked up the cash. And that's what we're looking at here. This is one of the support kits that I built. Yeah, I should wait till I get this one working. But I'm on step 9 and putting on the last linear rail right now. What are you building? Are you building a Positron? Or are you building... Chris! The code's not working! Chris! Nomad 50 wasn't working. It looks like Chris is here. $60. Oh, all right, there we go. Say his name and he shall come. So is it Nomad 60 or is it still Nomad 50? Looks like Chris is offering $60 coupon for the rest of the stream. There you go. Now you have no excuse, Sheldon. It's all right. Take your time building them. They're fun to build. Okay, so for the next 20 minutes, if you use code Nomad50 at KB3D, you get $60 off of Positron. That's good. That's a good one. Thank you, Chris. I love it. You whisper Chris's name and he will come. Or have you just been lurking this whole time? I just realized this isn't exactly KB3D colors, but this is close to KB3D colors, isn't it? I think you guys are a little bit more orange than this. Yeah. I just realized that. I'm loving this color, and it reacts to UV really well. Love it. Darn it, it worked. Well, Sheldon, welcome to the 2 Positron Club. That is a very elite group right now. I think only 4 people in the world can say they have 2 Positrons, and you are technically now one of them. It is myself, is sample name, and it is Justin Breakcore 3D. I don't think anyone else is in possession of 2 Positrons. So it's a very exclusive. I mean, Chris is cheating because he has stock. Chris is gonna have like 50. Yeah, at one point you owned 25 of them. Yeah, cheater. Chris, did you have someone build one, or are you building one yourself? Because if you want me to build it for you, I'll do it. Be happy to. I got more of this color, so. Chris too built yours. Cool. I'm just nervous I won't be able to get it to work. The Horon 0. Oh no, you'll get this to work, man. And Sheldon, you got our Discord help. Everybody will be able to assist you. Like, trust me. And hey, the benefit with having a second one is you got spare parts, or even more spare parts than we had originally. Like, literally, so I mentioned this earlier in the stream. I'm taking this with me to a business trip up in Seattle, and I'm going to be putting this as checked baggage, just to see how well it fares in the luggage compartment. And I want to actually test out this Pelican case. I'm nervous. I'm really nervous about it, but because I'm bringing my personal positron, I'll have spare parts to fix this if it breaks. Yeah, I wish I could have gone to Murph, but I just couldn't. Open sauce was too close to it. I also do not do well in hot and humid environments, and yeah, I'm not gonna do well with a swamp cooler. I would be miserable. Joe, I wouldn't even have room for a second one. Doing maintenance on my Soval and bringing it back to life. Yeah. Sheldon, yeah, and I got enough clicky switches and connectors for the ZN Stop mod for 10 more. I mean, yeah, if you got the kit that I did, absolutely. Now, something you probably haven't seen yet, because you joined a little bit late, so I actually went ahead, I broke mine, so mine doesn't have a lever on it anymore, but rather than resoldering it, I designed this part here. This goes in between the bed holder and the rail. And the idea is you can actually see there's a little bevel right there. So this interacts with it. So it just looks like that. This is the new lever, essentially. And this actually technically increases the reliability because now you're not dealing with the lever action of the lever. You're just immediately engaging the switch. Hell hath no fury like a commercial jet underbelly. That's why I'm scared. I'm really scared to put this thing in checked baggage. Like, you have no idea how scared I am. But I've dropped a positron from like chest height, and it has survived in the Pelican case. So I mean, should be fine. Hopefully. That's what I'm hoping. So Chris, while I have you, it's the inspectors you have to worry about. They completely trashed my camera here on the way. Oh, I'm worried about that too. I am really worried about that. I don't know, because I have to test this for travel to through UPS. So I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I kind of want to test it going through airport, but yeah. Oh, that's sweet. I already had a bunch of the other clicky switches because that was a modification running moment run out. So more, yep. We're still testing this little design. So once we vet it a little bit more, then I'll release it. But yeah, it works great for me. I'm in love with this. Though it is designed for my specific Switch, which is a really cheap Amazon Switch. But I mean, it works. But yeah, I'll release this STL soon. It is such a simple print. This literally takes less than 10 minutes. I think it takes 5 minutes in total. You try that out on the fold up mat. No, I did not. We're gonna try in a moment here because I'm about to be done. Remember, use code Nomad50 to get $60 off Positron. For anyone still tuned in. We're not going too late tonight, only because I'm tired. I need sleep and I need to go do the trash. Because Tuesday is trash night for me. So yeah, Joe's been really hard at work developing some new macros for us. So we're going to give those a try in a moment here. So the fold-out macro, that also unloads, right? Is that correct? I'll wait for him to respond. I don't want to assume that it does. Though I could just run it and see how it works. It has an option script. What? Okay. I'm excited to see this. Dude, you're becoming a Clipper wizard. I love it. I keep jokingly and seriously saying that sending you a kit's one of the best choices we made. Oh, by the way, Joe, I was going to DM you this, but right now you're going to be joining me at the LDO booth. So, yeah. You're going to be an exhibitor with us. You're a wizard, Harry. Yeah, Joe is a wizard. I mean, he designed this test cube, and I love it. Because it prints like this. It's great. It's awesome. I love it so much. Also, Chris, I gotta thank you because I bought some parts for the Positron from you before you and I actually like started talking. You guys, KB3D has been a great resource. Like I bought the CNC kitchen deburring tool from you guys. Thank you for having that in stock. That was awesome. This will be fun. I wonder if I'll have the nozzle cam done by then. It'd be cool with the nozzle. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be awesome. I mean, you guys deserve it. Like, love West 3D, love Fabrico. You guys do something a little bit different, which you actually have like individual pieces. So like I can buy the limit switches for you guys directly, which is awesome. So like I could easily piecemeal things I need from you guys, and that's just great. So like if I don't need to buy 10 of something, I can easily just go to you guys and get what I need. And looking at this, all that ringing is gone. It is wild just how much Input Shaper actually helps. Yeah, all the ringing that was on that previous cube is just gone. Gotta love it. Yeah, so Joe designed this. Don't print on planes is on the hashtag right there. You know, we got X, Y, and then we have an actual Positron logo on Z. Love it. This is genius. I love it so much. All right, let's try that that park macro, shall we? So macros, let's see. Unload and go. That didn't give me a menu. Is Positron rollout supposed to give me a menu? Autobots, roll out. That's what I'm thinking. It's extruding a little bit. A little wibbly wobbly. Not quite timey-wimey though. Gotta work on that. Okay, there we go. It's unloading. Oh, it's the menu. Okay. I'll try that in a moment. Just so I can see what it looks like. Chris, I'm going to be buying some Cookie Cat from you because I love Cookie Cat. Come on. Oh, so it's pointing down. I love this macro. This is a good macro. Good job, Joe. So dangerous to have in a warehouse. So easy to just grab and hide a printer. Dude, I'd be doing the same. If I owned a 3D print store like you, I would just be hiding printers. It would be difficult for me to make a profit because I'd just be building everything. I'm very much a believer in needing to test things before I sell them. So I would literally just be printing and building and printing and building and printing and building. Yeah, it turns out it's really bad for business. I'm curious, Chris, do you guys carry pencils like these? I've been looking for like a reliable place to get accessories for this thing because I love it so much. Ah, the TS-101. Okay, I'll have to check that out. I think they are. Here's what it looks like. Looks like that. I think it's a pretty standard config. Yep, okay. I'll check that out. I just got this off Amazon, which is heat set kit. Works well, but it could use some work. Come on, I need to take out the trash, Posy. Still cooling down because you're still at 100 degrees Celsius? Oh, no, here. Using my recently printed cool down the nozzle. Cool. I'm using this. Oh my god, it worked. That's it? Alright, so if we hit Positron rollout. Oh, so that home's first. Okay. That's good. I like that at homes. Stream my Positron to get going, but watching yours as well. Well, Mitch, I will raid you. Oh, it did not ask me for a menu there, Joe. It didn't ask me if I wanted to do anything. Let me cool it down more. Yeah, you don't have the latest macro update. Okay. I'll make sure I update that. Alright, let's cool this down. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. That's gonna be it for tonight. If you are on YouTube, I can't send you anywhere. I can't raid you guys out. So I can't really do anything with that. But if you are on Twitch, go check out the Mitch 3D or the Mitch 22. He is building a positron himself, and I think he's actually pretty close to being done. I think he just has to mount the Z-axis. So I'm gonna send Twitch over to the Mitch. Mitch, you're not live. Oh yeah, you are. So we're gonna send you guys over right now. There we go. So that raid's starting. Guys on YouTube, go check out the Mitch 22 on Twitch. That rhymes. Yeah, raid's gonna happen over there, so y'all can join. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow working on the Bamboo X1. Have a good night. Peace out, everybody. I don't know if this raid's gonna just start when I end the stream, but yeah. See you guys.